Okay. Okay, let's... We doing Virgil time again. It's Virgil time. Oh, I forgot the... I have to boot up. I have some water. Okay. Should load in a second. There it is. Excuse me. Judgment cut. Can't afford any of that. Can't get any of that. Got all of that. So literally all I can get is Judgment Cut level 2. My level's not high enough for that. Level's not high enough for that. And my level's not high enough for that. Okay, so I need the Virgil about more. There we go. Here we go. I didn't mean to do that. So interestingly, I know that DMC 3's story is a replica of DMC 3 with Virgiling out. Now, the interesting thing is DMC 4's and I think DMC 5's are unique. There we go. That's what I was trying to get. Oh, an ad break already? There we go. I'm gonna... There we go. There's that. Let's oh, I guess I can't anymore. I guess that was the thing. Oop, come on. There we go. Continue. Ding ding dong, ding ding dong. I'm so close. I should eat. Oh, wait. Not really worth it. I guess I could just grind money and buy them. I suppose. Give me a second.
This may be fun.
Oh my. Oh my. Who? There we go.
You will not forget this devil's power. Unworthy is my opponents.
Run away, woo. Run away, woo. Oh. Okay. Status. What items do I got?
Rest in peace.
Oh. Okay.
You will not forget this devil's power. Worthy is my opponents.
Welcome back to the Virgil off.
You are not worthy as my opponents.
Okay. I did better that time. Excuse me. Excuse me.
You will not forget this devil's power. You are not worthy as my opponents.
Stop that combo, you stupid. Me. Boop boo doo doo. Oh. Stop with that combo, you brat. Virgil.
You will not forget this devil's power. You're not worthy as my opponent.
Ooh my woo boo woo boo doo. Boo boo doo boo boo doo. Oop. No, 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 Virgil. I think they call him Vante, but still. Ooh.
You will not forget this devil's power.
Apparently his jump attacks are worth more. What? How come he could all of a sudden hit me in the air?
You will not forget this devil's power. Worthy is my opponent.
Stop that. Okay. Unlike when I'm playing Dante, I cannot trade with Virgil. There we go.
You will not forget this devil's power. Worthy is my opponent.
Oh, he outlasted that. That means he's got 6.
Rest in peace.
What? That has vertical on it?
You will not forget this devil's power. Worthy is my opponent.
Okay, so it's annoying that he can go through any dodges and can't. Oh, that he can combo lock you, but I can't combo lock him.
You are not worthy as my opponent.
Bop, boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, bop.
You will not forget this devil's power. Worthy is my opponent.
Okay. Boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, bop.
Rest in peace.
Boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, 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 boop, bop. Bop, boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, bop, bop. Whew. better than I thought. Gotta love the boop bop. Oh wait, no, it's bop bop boop bop 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 boop bop. What is that? The person that was in here has left. It took me like 30 minutes to fight Virgil. Ooh, my lord, I hate these. There we go. I thought I had this out, but I guess I didn't. I can probably go for about 30 more minutes pretty easily. I couldn't jump that. Why can't I jump that? That door is blocked. That's the way I wanted to go. Just because. There we go. There we go. I keep clicking the button and it's not doing it. There we go. There we go. And bam. Oh. Give me a second.
Last time on.
That is my opera sound, so. Oh. God, no. Oh, I was behind it, but okay. There we go. Boom, bop, bop, beep, bop. Boop, beep, bop, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. go. I think it was this way. Right? God, I didn't mean to go that far. I pressed the dodge button and it doesn't work. There we go. I went in here. I hadn't gone in here. Okay, this is where I was trying to go. There we go. And there. There we go. There's the blue orb fragment, the blorb. Not here. Hello, Eli. Give me a second. There we go. Oh.
Hello.
I'm pulling you in for what remains.
So back. It's Virgil, baby. Oh yeah, all about Virgil.
Yeah. Give me a second. I tabbed out to bring you in, right? And then
Oh, it breaks the game.
yeah,
Sometimes.
it will. So DMC collection always minimizes. I was snickering earlier because all of the guys that have caused me problems in the past have not caused me problems this time, except for Navon. I hate Navon.
So it's a different character, or you just know what's up?
Both, I think. Virgil's Virgil's swords, these things, do a lot of damage. Whereas Dante had a bunch of different guns that I had to like focus on.
Yeah, I see you getting a lot of Ds because you're just kind of mashing the sword.
Well, with Dante, I had to focus on what I was doing, right? With Virgil, I want to keep up the same thing because Virgil doesn't have the same like range as everybody else. So Virgil's got that, right? Dante's sword was like bigger than that, like a bigger version of that, and I could do things like the helm breaker. And I had air track. So I had a lot more mobility as Dante, which is funny because a lot of Virgil's kit is there we go. That solved the problem. A lot of Virgil's kit is haha, I dash. Right? So like he can woo, woo, woo.
Getting up close and personal, yeah.
But do you want to know the funny thing? The Yamato doesn't have a down slash. It's the only weapon in this game that can't do a down attack when jumping. So it's actively worse for Virgil to be in the air. See?
I see.
Now, Virgil can dodge upwards pretty easily. And he can knock people up if I do the... Not that. If I do that, he can knock people up. But also, if I'm gonna be in the air. No.
So you're doing combos. Kind of.
So I try and use the new ones. I'm good with Beowulf. Beowulf is what I used most of the Dante run, right? I really like these because it does a lot of damage and it's a fun combo that I can keep up for longer, right? But I want to use the Yamato. It's unfortunate that it's the worst weapon he has. Which, to be fair, one of his weapons is just Yamato plus Force Edge.
Wish I could actually read that. Well, one of those books. Beowulf.
The Beowulf story is interesting. Are they two? There are two of them.
Old poem. Beowulf.
Yeah, it's considered a poem.
Had to go look that up.
Could have just asked. It's almost like I'm majoring in it.
Well, I didn't.
History.
What? Derby. I was split between a history or English for a moment there.
I have a redeem to read random myths that I have sitting on my desk.
Well, that explains why the Pokemon character is named Gilgamesh then.
Yeah, I mean, I also just kind of give them names. Like the, Griglak, son of Griglak, is from Actually, it's on YouTube. It's a playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, I think it is. Gore, and it's. Was I not supposed to come out here? Why am I here? Was it for the gold orb?
I don't know. You can run away if you want. It's not like you're required to fight them unless the door's locked.
I just thought I was going the right direction, and it turns out I was not. Yeah, I've got a stack of mythology books on my desk.
I have like a few.
I didn't mean to do that.
Not physically, but digital. Just basic ones, like Greek mythology here and there.
Okay, so there's a door. The ones on my desk is I've got a book of Irish fairy and folktales. I've got a book on different mythological dragons. And I have the Volsung saga with the Ragnar's Lothbrok saga. It's Celtic and Norse. It's closer to Norse, so it's like Germanic, aka Germany and Norway. I'm kind of excited to play DMC4 as Virgil because he has a unique story instead of just Dante's story with less details.
My streamer would never look at the chat.
Someone came in the room while you did that. So, how long is the redeem for? I do not remember.
I don't know. 5 minutes.
Stun is like, I see we will not get along. he hates the Kermit. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to start the
It's
timer.
funny when I force you.
Where is my timer at? Do I not? There it is. 5 minutes. Starting now. Hey-o. Well, you did just
Alright.
extend the stream by 5 minutes. So,
Womp womp.
why is render do this? No, Stun, you don't get it. This is 5 minutes of actually. I'm not doing Kermit. I'm doing I'm doing Ojama Lime. Why am I doing Ojama Lime?
It's iconic voice.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. There we go. This is Kermit the Frog. That laugh is awful. I hate doing that laugh with the Kermit the Frog voice. This is exactly 5 minutes of Kermit the Frog.
Oh, you stopped the whole stream, huh?
What? Oh no,
Oh.
I had to tab out to check how long it was. Yeah, I thought about putting Ojama Lime on there, but Ojama Lime is basically just Kermit, and they fall in and out of each other all the time, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I have two sides.
Actually, I could probably change it to Ojama Lime, because Ojama Lime is a lot more consistent. Get down here and fight me like a man. You're supposed to be an angel? Get over here then. Fight me. Coward. 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 Fight me. Oh, do you want to know the good news that happened recently? The archetype I play on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel got a whole bunch of support. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I'm just gonna change it to Ojama Lime because I keep falling into Ojama Lime.
Like density prices.
I mean, Kermit the Frog.
Not beat.
Kermit the Frog is a lot higher pitch, and it's harder to maintain. But Ojama Lime is kind of just this. Do you know who Ojama Lime is?
We've talked about it before.
He's an Ojama. Do you know what the Ojamas are?
No, actually, I don't.
They're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype of level 2 beast monsters that started out with just 3 of them and then a fusion monster. And now there's 6 of them and 2 fusion monsters and a link monster. And then all their spells and traps. So things like Ojama Bajama. That sounds like a joke, but that's actually what it's called. It's one of their best cards. If you're running an Ojama deck without Ojama Pajama, you're doing it wrong. And then there's things like Ojama Country. Ojama Lime shows up in Ojama Country at points. Actually, that's the only place it shows up. He's just in Ojama Country, and he doesn't have a card art. He looks really depressing. Oh, none of those split in half. That's really nice. I hate when they do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just change it to 5 minutes of Ojama Lime. I think that'll be funnier. Also, Ojama Lime's a lot nicer on my throat to do. Or I could just make it both. Honestly, that might be an option. Just change it from Kermit the Frog to Ojama Lime / Kermit. Oh. Oh my. I do kind of like how I can go, hi-ho!
You will get the 3 objects, and you will be happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go up the lift. So thinking about it, will the final fight of this game just have two Virgils?
Okay. I can stop now.
Hooray.
I'm free. I think this means I can just go through here now.
Yippee.
No, I don't think it does. Hi-ho. It's actually honestly scarier when I say hi-ho without the Kermit voice. Am I supposed to... Hi-ho!
Be like a little gopher popping up out of the ground.
Hey-ho!
Yeah.
Did you see that the D&D community successfully bullied D&D Beyond into making a good decision?
No. Not at all.
So they were going to make it so that you couldn't access the they were gonna make it so you couldn't access D&D 2014 stuff once D&D 2024 stuff came out, and people bullied them to the point that they revised that and made it legacy. Which is funny, because they've made other things legacy. When they've made other changes, they made it legacy. I can't get to it.
Good on the community. The company is beholden to the customers who actually pay for the damn thing.
Also, Sony's shutting down Concord permanently. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's
on the 6th.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's unfortunately too little, too late. But do you want to know what I mean by
Apparently
that?
got 250 million in like investment for that. So
Uh,
that's rough.
the reason I say too little, too late is because they apparently shut down the studio that works with FromSoft for things like Bloodborne, uh, in order to keep Concord running.
Speaking of that, have you seen like the emulation progress on
Oh
PC?
yeah, it's gonna be done
Like
pretty
Bloodborne?
soon.
Yeah, by the end of the year, we're gonna be able to
Play
play that
Bloodborne.
game, at least on the top end systems. I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
to wait a while.
Um, it is kind of annoying though when you think about it because we'll never ever get anything Bloodborne related again probably from Sony.
We'll probably get one either immediately after, or like 2 or 3 years after the emulation is done.
If they reopen the studio.
Oh, from Sony, to be fair, yeah. It's either that or, I don't know, like from Software to deal or something, which I doubt.
FromSoft would have to fight Sony
I don't know, does Sony own the rights to the game, or
exclusive rights to Bloodborne.
I see. No, it's never happening, no. Sony
It
does not like making money enough to do that.
the reason it was a PlayStation exclusive is because the agreement they had at I hate these enemies so much. They are such bad designed enemies. So for context, those enemies, you can only kill them if you hit them from behind.
Yeah, they have the big shield.
But with the way the game is designed, it's almost impossible to be considered behind them. Like right there, I was behind it, but my attack went through it. Or right there, where it was rotating, and so my attack didn't hurt it.
Fair enough.
There we go.
What are you saying about the exclusivity?
Sony has the exclusive rights to everything having to do with Bloodborne. It was the deal they made with FromSoft when Bloodborne was released, which was great because it supported Bloodborne when it came out. It kept Bloodborne alive. Now, here's the issue. It's now the thing that's killing Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne is a single console game where the console is no longer a desired console.
I think in part it's because the PS5 has that backward compatibility as well, but they don't care.
PS5 has no games, though.
But yeah,
You-
that's why you play all the old ones.
At that point, just don't get a PS5. I could buy like 6 PS4s for the price of a PS5. That sounds like I'm kidding, but a PS5 is like $400 to $600 minimum.
I don't know what the
I could get a PS4 for
price of that
$80.
is, but yeah, you can get a PS4, Xbox One for cheap right now because that's that part of that console's life cycle.
No, because they're retro consoles.
Well, retro asterisk to where it's last gen more than
No,
retro.
they're 10 years old.
I don't think 10 years old necessarily.
10 years old is retro. That's
No,
all a
no,
console
no.
has to be retro is 10 years old.
No, no, I don't think that's it.
My friends and I were looking into the definite. Oh my, what the? My friends and I were looking into the definition the other day because we were talking about how old certain consoles are. And according to at least what they were looking at, it's 10 years old.
Well, I don't think it makes sense for the launch of the console. I feel like it makes more sense for the last games for it, but even then, that's kind of not a perfect solution. But I think it's better to judge it based off of the support it's getting from both first and third parties.
Then PS4 will never be retro because they're, I think, 6. I think it's Call of Duty 6 is coming out on the PS4.
Which, I mean, I'm not saying something like the Nintendo Wii still not being retro in 2019 because Just Dance was being made for it. I mean, like a sizable chunk of developers actually putting, games out on it.
I made a mistake. I have yet to figure out what causes them to spawn the little guys. But I think what games are on the PS5? There's a remake of Demon Souls, which apparently everyone hates. Like, so every time I see members of the Souls community talking about Demon Souls, oh god, it's split in half. Split in half means that spiders are spawning. But they always talk about the fact that they wish that it had just been the first one. They hate the new one. Oh no, it's the plunging attack.
I will get up the list of PS5 exclusives and we can go over those.
There's
So
a Final Fantasy
it looks
game.
like there's a Ratchet and Clank game for it. There's like the tech demo that came with it, which I don't know if you really count that.
No, tech demos do not count.
Like Concord, if we want to be silly about it.
Concord's not up anymore. It's about to not ever have been considered a game.
It's up for 2 more days. You could go platinum that game right now, and then that would be on your account.
That's why people are killing themselves in the game at like breakneck velocities. They found that it is quicker and more fun to die repeatedly than to play the game.
So there's a multiplayer racing game, Destruction All Stars, which just looks like whatever.
Stellar Blade. They've got Stellar Blade. I think that's an exclusive.
Not sure if like one of the Final Fantasy games is still exclusive to it, or
I
not
think
anymore.
16 is still exclusive to it. It usually takes them about 2 years to get a Final Fantasy game to the PC, which is usually the place that it goes after PlayStation.
Is the second part of Final Fantasy VII still?
No, it never was.
No? Okay. Never was.
Final Fantasy VII Intergrade came out on PC, and then they released for both the part 2. I only know that because a ton of people complained because they went back and censored Tifa in the first disc. They added some like shirt under her swimsuit, and people were like, what the fuck, there was no need for that. And other people were like, but she was a minor at the time. And it's like, I don't think anyone really looked at Tifa and went, I know how old she is. People are weird, man.
Like Spider-Man 2, I think that's still...
I think that's on PC.
That's the problem with Sony stuff. They end up going
PC really quickly.
other ones after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still love that one Concord dev that was making fun of people. Also, Concord was never an exclusive because you could get it on Steam. But that one Concord dev that was making fun of people got really mad when Concord shut down. Meanwhile, The max players of Concord is lower than the max players of Heartbound too, mind you. Do you know what Heartbound is?
No.
It's the game by Pirate Software that's not done.
Okay, so it looks like... Okay, not the Silent Hill 2 remake, I thought that would be, but no, it's apparently going to PlayStation a day after Steam, so that's awesome.
Good. Their console is bad.
So the rest of these are to be not actually out yet.
What was I gonna say?
Death Stranding
Oh yeah.
2 comes out next year.
But that Concord dev was whining on Twitter because Concord got shut down. The one that was getting mad at people when they voiced complaints about the appearances of the characters. And did you see that? I just remembered this. Dustborn's devs came out and said, "Hey, we've been trying to make a safe and inclusive space. Stop."
Isn't that the game where the characters are, like, their whole point is through hate?
Yes.
Whoever they claim is the bad guy? Yeah.
They actually have a thing where they can bully people and cancel people, trigger people, and they can gaslight. I don't know if gaslight is a skill or if it's just what the characters do. Oh no. But if you cancel someone in Dustborn, they die due to self-harm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So much for an inclusive and safe and bullying-free play space.
Well, it's okay when they do it to other people, but when people do it to them, then it's not okay.
I think I can count the number of players currently on my fingers and toes. Because last I checked, I think it was 20 people.
Dustborn?
Yes. The max is like 83.
Are there any console sales for it, or is it just...
There might be console sales ports, but Steam's was minuscule.
Okay.
I saw memes about Dustborn, but that's about it. I do know that both Dustborn and Concord, some of their devs have been some of the ones trying to slander the people that made Black Myth. You know, because Black Myth still averages, I think, 2 million people a day.
I'm not certain on that. No, it is very good because of the amount of players from China that are...
Yeah, well, you know, if someone made a game about... Well, actually, there is. I've thought about playing it. I was going to say, if someone made a game about Norse mythology, a lot of Norwegians would probably be playing it. Which is technically the newer God of War games.
Okay, Dustborn, for the record, 11 players right now. That's what it claims.
I could almost count that on not one hand, on both my hands. Yes, I've got 11 fingers. I'm like Ford from Gravity Falls, except I've got even more fingers.
Okay, do you have enough for Black Myth Wukong at 350,916 players right now?
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, right now.
It's China sleep time.
It peaks up to like, well, no, it peaks up to like 1.1 million. at the top, and then it dropped all the way down to like 110,000 or so.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
the fact that it's like, oh, this is the lowest it ever gets, 110,000. Like that's wild. Oh, I figured out. So, on the Black Myth Wukong's like reviews site, it said no feminist propaganda, right? And that's why everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they're misogynistic." I figured out. Oh yes, finally. I figured out that
Pushing that into the...
no, that's a mistranslation.
Oh,
What they're referring to is basically no slander, because a bunch of news agencies and reviewers were
there
accusing.
were a lot of like bad faith translations.
Yeah, well, they were intentionally mistranslating it to make them seem bad, so that they could basically go, see, they're evil.
So they were so incredibly on the nose about it that I'm not sure who they were trying to fool with it.
I don't know. Well, I know people that believe them, so
It sucks that journalists like them do not have the integrity or maturity to do their job properly. Instead of really trying to push their own social agendas.
yes.
It is honestly sad that this happens. Like news reporting, written media.
Also, I will say, Black Myth Wukong, I can't run it very well on high settings, but it could be because I've got like 0 storage space on my computer and 86 Opera tabs open. But I can
You said you switched to Opera.
yeah. Oh, give me a second. You're gonna like this.
One.
So, can you hear that?
Last time on.
Did you hear?
Is it in the stream or is it
It would have been in the stream.
Discord?
I opened a new
Oh, sorry, I
tab.
have the stream muted because I try
Okay.
not to deal with the double audio. Does it make a noise?
Last time on.
And then you want to hear the close tab sound?
Sure. I see. No, I get it. I get it.
It's the so I was looking for the most cursed combination I could do. I had to change it because the from Weezer every time I typed was getting annoying. But and then I tried to do the skeleton but that was also annoying. And then I did the I did one other thing, but I ended up just going with the Gravity Falls like tight writing sound. But I've got the Giga Chad music for background music.
I see. So when you close the entire window, do they all scream at once?
Last time
Cacophony
on.
of voices.
It does scream, yeah. I'm gonna find some in the raid.
Go ahead. What a productive day. Oh yeah, no model today.
Let's I'll raid that person.
Who we raiding?
T. tortilla.
I get so many points every time you raid. It's lovely.
Last time on.